Women made up over half of the population of Papua New Guinea, yet there are only 3 female MPs, and out of the 111 women in our current parliament. As I look at all of you who gathered here before me in this chamber, it is my great honor as Deputy Speaker to preside over the second national practice Parliament for Women in Papua New Guinea. I must also say that this is the first time this event is taking place within the Parliament, and there is therefore a historical event one.
It's been a very interesting event for UNDP in Papua New Guinea. As you know, it took quite a lot of work to put it together. We had more than 200 women apply, and we've managed to select 50 applicants who went through with the session.
Member for Bundi.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, I direct my question to the Minister for Police. My question relates to a sickening trend that is taking place in most parts of our country. Although our laws and police policies make it very clear that no policeman woman has the right to physically abuse and attack a suspect, what is the government doing to ensure that policemen are properly trained in the rights of suspects, and to ensure that these police who engage in police brutality are properly sanctioned? Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. And let me also thank the Honourable Member Faustino Bundi for raising this important issue. Mr. Speaker, I would like to state at the outset that all forms of brutality against another human being in any society must be condemned. To this discussion, Section 36 refers to protection from inhuman treatment, and Section 42 talks of the liberty of the person.
We were happy to get involved in this. See, normally we hold inductions for members of parliament, but this was a special one. We did it for 50 women.
Mr. Speaker, can the government explain how it intends to prioritize implementation of the various elements of the SME?
Mr. Speaker, our people are naturally enterprising, and therefore the government is keen to create a suitable and conducive environment to create the appetite for entrepreneurship. In conclusion, it is time for PNG to take the bold step and take the risk if PNG is to engage freely in the global market and be part of the broader SME conversation. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
We had a week long of different training and activities to try to build the women's capacity around parliamentary processes, understanding those, including leadership issues under the Leadership Code. We also looked at processes such as parliamentary processes, and then we also looked at the key national issues for Papua New Guinea and what they can do about it.
Mr. Chairman, I move that the following amendment be made. Page 3, correction, page 2, clause 4, National Gun Control Ban, new paragraph to be titled E. After clause 4, subsection 1D, insert the following new paragraph. E. For use by members of the public holding a firearms license and residing in a border province as defined by regulation under this Act, where necessary for purposes of self-defense.
Mr. Chairman, we in the government side totally disagree with the amended clause as presented by the opposition in relation to clause 451 with the inclusion of E. For the public and those residing in border provinces to have firearms license when necessary for their self-defense. Firstly, this amendment would allow for more circulation of firearms to the public who may or may not take full care of these.
Mr. Chairman, I move that the following amendment be made to clause 5, subclause 3, that we omit the words, and I quote, a fine of 10,000 NO, end of quote. The opposition proposes this amendment because that for any breach of the gun ban, there should only be an option for imprisonment. We believe that criminal fines are mostly reserved for less serious and non-violent crimes. The main purpose of a fine is to indicate that a mistake had been made, but not to seriously punish the offender and impede their lives. However, we believe that any breach of the gun ban must be punished harshly.
That's something we noticed was the research into the questions and the answers they gave. So I think, with if we gave women chance in parliament, they have, I think, more patience.
The Practice Parliament for Women is a very important initiative by the UN system, as well as stakeholders, and for the register of political parties, we are proud to be part of this initiative. This particular forum basically would give the intending women who will be participating in the 2017 election the confidence to be part of this initiative, as well as to prepare them when they get elected into parliament.
I sat in front, and when seeing all the women sitting in front of me, for one moment I was thinking, goodness me, how would it be with all these women in parliament? To have a parliament full of women and less men. It depends on the voters now, 2017 anyway. Thank you.